Hi, I'm Louise and we've recently had our kitchen renovated by NBK. The structure and layout of the kitchen was almost identical to how it is now. There was a couple of additional work surfaces which made it feel more enclosed. It was pretty much woodwork surfaces, wooden cupboards, but they were really dated with very sort of fussy handles, and it also had, the kitchen had loads of cupboards and loads of wall units, so it actually made it made the room feel quite enclosed. Because the layout was worked for us, we actually kept it the same. We're having gone for a much sort of simpler, more sort of streamlined look and a bit more sort of traditional. So we've gone for that sort of shaker style, going for the cream to really lighten the room, because this was actually a stable, well it is an old stable block, so it's 400 years old, so it's quite quirky. So we wanted to keep all the original features of the beams, and we've got like a mezzanine, which was the hayloft. We've kept all that, and actually now with the new cupboards and the new layout, you're drawn to the traditional part of the kitchen, as well as, you know, having this lovely workspace to work in. We had initially planned to have the kitchen done actually in another 12 months' time, having only moved here a year ago. But we then took the decision, let's get the kitchen done, because it's such a lovely space. Having moved to the area fairly recently, I didn't really know any sort of kitchen company, so basically did a bit of online research. So I spent quite a bit of time looking at reviews. Obviously the NBK in Dis, which is quite near to us, as well as one in Norwich, and I thought that's accessible. I quite like using local companies where we can, so that's been one of the things that we've tried to do since we've moved here. The reviews were good. Went into the showroom just to have a little look, and just I think it was Stuart we spoke to when we first moved, when we first went to have a look. Just very impressed with the sort of quality of the products. Like the approach that the NBK take with regards to how they actually plan it. And it was we felt quite confident, I think, we just going with the company, so we didn't actually look anywhere else in the end. Probably Stuart was really good when we first met him, and it felt the initial conversation we had and his introduction to the company, and their sort of the approach they take when it comes to the kitchen design and the fitting. I felt that there was no pressure there, so it was much more sort of conversational, which was really nice. I think the other person I'd really want to give a shout out to would be Ashley, the kitchen fitter. He is absolutely superb. I mean, the quality of his workmanship is really, really good. His attention to detail. He clearly takes a lot of pride in what he does. This is a very old building, it's 400 years old, so actually there are a number of unexpected findings. You know, things aren't straight, everything was more complicated than we thought it was going to be. And he just took it all in his stride, basically. And he's just a really nice guy, and we enjoyed listening to him singing to his radio every day. So yeah, I'll definitely shout out to him. I have to say, when I was first sort of looking at and doing some online searches, I hadn't really thought about it. I don't know what I think this is the first kitchen we've ever had fitted, so I just assumed, you get your design and then it's fitted, but actually understanding that everyone's technically employed by NBK, so everything was seamless. So we were told what the plan was, who would be arriving when, and that's what happened. And it made it an awful lot easier. And we had to make a slight change because, as I say, the building's so old, and it was really, really straightforward. And at the beginning, we changed the design at the last minute, and I thought, oh, this is going to really throw things out. But everyone was, no, that's absolutely fine. We can do that. Slight change of plan, but it didn't change the time frames. And all the fitters, whether it was Ashley or the plasterer or the electrician, it was just really straightforward. It was really boring, but I love the ceramic sink. So I like the Well, the design, the layout, I really love the sink, but I think probably actually the other thing is the lovely deep oak work surface and the quality of the cupboards. So it's just a lovely space to work in. We didn't change the design, but the fact that we've just got such beautiful units to work on, it's just a really joy to be in here.